And Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to Up North at 4. I'm Georgina Fernandez. Now, today's Up North at 4, we'll take a look at some of the perks of that spring weather and as things start blooming around, what you should keep in mind before planting this season. And a look at how the Hmong community has shaped the city of Wausau. We'll get back to that in a bit, but here first is your top 4. A Wausau man appeared in court today after being accused of first-degree intentional homicide. The 24-year-old resident is from Wausau. Alberto Long was arrested on March 21st in the connection to the death of a 30-year-old woman. According to statements made in court, Lowe allegedly shot the woman in the head and then sent a photo via Facebook Messenger to a family friend. The court ordered him to take a competency test. His next appearance won't be scheduled until those results return. Bond remains set at $1 million cash bond and no contact with the victim's family. Also happening right now in Wausau, the Salvation Army is hosting a drive-through food box distribution. They are handing out 500 pre-packed boxes of food at their Wausau location. The boxes include meat, dairy, produce, and anyone is welcome to stop by to pick one up. And there's no income requirement, but they are only allowing one box per household. The pickup will start today at 2 p.m. and they will go until 6 p.m. So if you want to stop by, you have around 2 hours left. Internet access is going to become available to the township of Boulder Junction a little bit more. The city filed a broadband expansion grant back in December of 2020. They have been now awarded a $2,225,032 grant to supply high-speed broadband service across the township. This is in addition to the $1,624,094 grant they've received. Phase 1 of the construction is expected to start next month. And now with spring in the air, the city of Rhinelander wants to make sure you're getting outside a little more. And not like this beautiful weather hasn't been persuasive enough. The city is bringing back their Get Out and Walk 100-mile challenge. After 120 people participated in the fall version, they say this has been a big success after thinking they're only going to get 20 participants. Now they're challenging folks to walk another 100 miles between April 19th and June 16th. Those who complete the 100 miles will be entered to win a $25 Chambers Bucks. Anyone, anywhere is welcome to join. Andrew, it's beautiful and sunny outside. What should we be expecting for the rest of the day?
Pretty much that same trend, Georgina. So we have clearing skies right now. We could have more clouds building into the overnight hours, though this afternoon has been a pretty nice break in that cloud coverage that we woke up to this morning. Right now outside in Rhinelander, temperatures at 39 degrees, a light southwest wind, and we're seeing that sun now. So that's coming in lots of abundance today. In Stevens Point, we have temperatures now at 40 degrees, a west wind, light at 5 miles per hour. And we have, again, that sunny sky over that area. Now looking at your current wind speeds, so we have these coming in very lightly right now. Winds will become more and more light and variable throughout the overnight hours. You probably won't even feel much of anything. Those winds will be going calm, so that'll be a fairly pleasant night, and that'll be certainly better than yesterday where we had wind chills down into the teens. We're not going to be having that tonight. We'll have high temperatures or low temperatures down into the upper 20s and really no wind. So here we go, looking at the rest of your Friday night. We're feeling like we're in the 40s now, and getting into your Saturday early morning, we're feeling like down into the middle 20s. Overnight low temperatures will be in the mid 20s, so really right around there without any wind. And then getting in started on your Saturday, we'll be feeling like we're already in the mid 30s by 9 a.m. All right, so but for now tonight we have those temperatures getting down to 27 degrees. That'll be that actual temperature, and partly to mostly cloudy skies. And winds will be calm. You will hardly even feel them. If you do, there'll be kind of a light and variable, just very light touch of a breeze. Getting into your Saturday, it's going to be rainy, mostly in the PM hours. So during the day, expect very light sprinkles at that, and then afternoon we'll have more substantial rainfall coming on down. High temperatures getting up to the mid 40s. And now looking at your temperature trend for the rest of the week. So we're in the 40s for a couple more days, getting a cool off on Sunday, highs at 42. They'll look at Monday. We have high temperatures getting back into the 60s. Short-lived though, so we have a little bit of a roller coaster to get through. Looking at late next week, highs back into the mid 50s. Georgina and I will be back for you after the break.
It's Slumberland's Build Your Room sale. Look what you can get for just $20, $30, or $40 a month. How about two of these for just $30 a month when you spend $1,800 and pay no interest for 5 years?
Well, hello, Slumberland.
I think my teachers are really awesome. They're just so nice and willing to help with anything we need.
What I think everybody should know about the RVA is that it's not what you might think of as a typical homeschooling experience. It's very challenging.
Most people think that you don't get to talk to people if you're homeschooled, but it's the opposite of that.
It's flexible, but it offers each kid a chance to excel in subjects that they're good in, and it gives them extra support in the subjects that they need help in.
The RVA has changed my life by helping me prepare for college and encourage me to plan ahead for life.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and receive free carpet installation along with an additional $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all flooring products and sale prices. That's right, free carpet installation and an additional savings of up to $1,000 on top of the sale prices. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs.
Our prices will floor you.
The new LDF Country Market in Lac du Flambeau offers families the freshest meats, produce, bakery, and groceries. Take a closer look and you'll find a smoke shop, beer cave, deli, and liquor all under one roof, with convenient fueling stations just outside. Add Native American arts and crafts and you'll enjoy a unique, spacious shopping experience found nowhere else. Shop the new LDF Country Market today. Get what you need so you can get back to what you enjoy.
Oh, my back.
Hey, Dylan, need a mattress? Look what you can get at Slumberland for just $20, $30, $40 a month.
I love choices.
And you'll pay no interest for 5 years. The huge Sealy sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Andy, you got me so excited to see that 61-degree weather next week. So tell me anything you're kind of looking forward to do on your Monday.
Just really getting outside and enjoying that nice weather. It will be a bit breezy though, so you have to factor that in, but 60s will be really welcomed after having this bit of a cool stretch. What about you? I'm
excited to be able to get some walking in after work. I know I've seen the challenge thing that Ryler is doing. I'm excited to really be able to get going and start doing that as well. Do anything else you like kind of doing when the spring weather starts kicking in? I like to kind of do a little bit of planting. I'm kind of an amateur gardener myself, so that's an activity I look forward to. Yeah, I know agriculture has definitely been a big part of my family growing up. We have a vineyard back in Italy, but I'm definitely not the most friendliest when it comes to planting. Like this is our vineyard right now in Italy we have, and even my parents back at home, they have a greenhouse. They've got everything all set up, growing those vegetables, which I absolutely adore. But for me, I'm not that lucky when it comes to it. How are you when it comes to it? It really hit or miss. I have some, I don't know, not the best. Yeah, I'll leave it at that, not the best. Well, I know you were kind of telling me a story last week. You had some incident after the show. What happened? Well, I was going home, and this is really embarrassing, but what happened is I had my plants outside, potted plants outside, because it was warm out and we were having some showers. So I got those outside, and I came home to them still outside, ended up running them over with my car. So the plants were okay there. They're alive and all, but the planters were pretty much destroyed. And there they are now. What are you using? Is that coffee? That is coffee, yeah. One of my neighbors came to the rescue and saw me in my kind of time of need and gave me a quick fix there. So I need to get still a more permanent solution there. That's just kind of for now. We got to definitely wait to start recycling, I guess. I definitely had not the best of luck. Also, when it was like a little sunny out with the rain coming out, I decided to take my plants outside as well. I'm not sure what exactly happened to them. My beautiful succulents are now kind of moldy and kind of just dead, and so I'm not really sure. I mean, you can see I'm not sure what I did. They were beautiful beforehand, standing up just perfect, but I guess you really can kill a succulent. I did not know you could. Wow. I know. You're kind of telling me earlier too, you want to be able to get to the store and get some more plants. Anything keeping in mind you want to buy? Well, what I really like is kind of a viney sort of look to my house. So my neighbors have similar plants to mine that are growing pretty well, better than mine. They're actually hanging them on planters by the windows, and I think that's the trick. Mine I rotate them around, and theirs are getting kind of more longer and viney. So my goal is to get more plants like that to kind of have that look in my house. What about you? If succulents didn't go so well, what's I still want to get some more succulents, so I have to say maybe like second time around, a little better chance to it. I would love to get some plants for my porch. I heard that's not the best thing once the summer weather comes out with the mosquitoes, but still on the fence about that. I wish I could get some more gardening done, but I don't have a backyard, unfortunately, so I can't really do that. I can't get the fresh produce as much as I would like to.
You need to get one of those hanging baskets off of like the railing. You know the.
Does that work with like vegetables?
Maybe small little bits, yeah.
Okay. Well, I have to like go and talk to some florists and some greenhouses to see what I can exactly do then to get around it. But right now I'm just looking forward to be able to get outside, enjoy that warm weather. Well, you know, that Wisconsin warm weather, I guess I should say.
Well, you're not getting it tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be kind of wet and cool out there. So we definitely have to get through that first before we get to more pleasant weather. So just be prepared for that tomorrow.
We're almost there. I mean, I'm an Oregonian. I'm used to springtime and the rain. So this is actually kind of a happy feeling of home right now.
Oh, very nice.
But, is there anything else you're kind of looking forward to as we get closer to that warmer weather?
Really, I'm really excited every day to be looking at all of the lakes and rivers that I'm passing by and just seeing more and more of that ice receding. It just makes me really believe that summer's on its way. So I'm just looking forward to getting out on the water and looking forward to summer sports on the water, really.
And one thing about like stores right now too, you've covered a lot about gardening. Is there anything else you're kind of looking into that area?
Just not killing my plants and not running them over. I am hoping this is kind of a one and done sort of thing. I've learned my lesson and I feel terrible. So we're not doing that one again. So looking forward just to not killing plants or ruining their pots.
Well, we're kind of lucky. When we get back from break, we're going to talk to an expert who's going to tell Andy and I how not to kill our plants, tell you guys what you guys can do to make sure your plants stay beautiful and healthy. And that's going to be coming after the break. Stick with us.
In response to the delays associated with COVID-19, Furniture and Mattress USA works to make things easier and safer for you. Number one, if you like it, you can buy it right off their showroom floor. 2, all new items and arrivals will be posted on Facebook Marketplace every Tuesday, so you can see what's new for your home. 3, Furniture and Mattress USA, along with Lazy Boy Comfort Studio, will special order anything you need. Furniture showrooms located on Highway 45 North, Indigo.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights and get $100 off. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com. Call now.
This is an exciting time for people in central Wisconsin who suffer from hip and knee joint pain.
With this innovative technology, we're able to offer patients a total joint replacement that is positioned to match their individual anatomy.
We can perform with pinpoint accuracy, and we're proud to introduce this technology.
With 3D surgical planning and dynamic joint balancing, getting patients back to the things that they enjoy.
Robotic arm-assisted surgery for joint replacement at Bone & Joint. Call 800-445-6442.
Yeah, well, look what I did this weekend, huh?
Your weekends, brought to you by American Marina and Motorsports in Shawano and Mercury Motors. We have more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Check them out in the largest showroom in the USA. Buy or trade into a new boat and get out on the water today, and we'll give you the best deal, guaranteed by at least $500. Get the most out of your weekends with Mercury Motors and American Marina and Motorsports Shawano.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm joined by Ruth Hempel, the co-owner of Portfolio in Rhinelander. Ruth, thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad I could be here.
So how long have you been in the flower industry for?
Well, actually, I've been in the flower industry my whole life because Henning, my husband, and I bought the business from my parents. So I grew up here and then went away to school and then worked a little bit and then came back and took over the business in 1989. So we've been back here for quite a while.
So you definitely know the in and out and everything. Tell me, what's the secret to keep those house plants alive?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is when you get a new house plant, to make sure that you're getting the right plant for your environment. you go in a store and you see a plant and it looks so cute and so great and you want to take it home. And then you find out that the light isn't right. The light in your house isn't right. So that's one of the most important things before you even buy a plant, make sure that you've got the right light requirements for the plant. And it's really easy to make mistakes. I mean, I've grown up in this business and I still have taken plants home that I thought were going to work in a certain spot and we didn't get enough light or the proper light. So that's the first step. And then the second step that people make a lot of mistakes on is watering. So when you're watering a plant, you make sure that you're really watering it well and watering it so that the whole soil ball is moist. And then you can let it dry a little bit. Sometimes people will water it a little bit every day. I give it a quarter cup every day, and it's not enough to actually saturate the whole soil ball. And so those are the two biggest mistakes that we find with people making.
So it's really the lighting component, but also the watering. So when we're going to the store, like going to Home Depot, we're looking at it like, oh, this is a cute plant. Instead of buying it, should we be doing our research beforehand?
It would really help. Yeah. I mean, and everybody's got a phone with them now. You can just look up plant care while you're right there. We try to be really helpful in our store too. The gals that work here are really good with plants and have a lot of experience. And so we'll answer questions and people will say, will this work in my window? And we'll ask a lot of questions so that, you know, we make sure that you're not taking something home that's not going to work.
And for new plant owners, when they're going to the store, is there some things they also should be keeping in mind, things maybe they should be buying as well?
Another thing that might happen is you might buy a plant and then you see this really cute pot on the shelf and you think, I'm going to put that plant in that pot and that's going to look great in my house. Sometimes it's the wrong size pot. So it might be too big of a pot and the soil stays too wet. Or it might be too small of a pot and there's no room for the roots to grow. So that's another factor too, to just kind of make sure you've got the right size pot so that your plant is going to succeed for a while.
So now being in Wisconsin too, we are getting closer to that springtime weather. Not quite there yet, I want to say, but when do you think we can start actually getting outside and gardening more?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, the end of May is when it starts being more safe, where the chance of having a frost at night goes down so you could actually get things planted in the ground. There's a lot of things you can do before that. If you're really excited about, let's say, vegetable gardening, you could start a lot of vegetables from seed. And this is a great time to start seeding vegetables right now. So buy your packet of seeds and some seed starter and you get them started in the house. You can watch them grow on the windowsill. And then as it gets closer to getting outside, you can actually start putting those plants outside during the day when it's warm. And if there's a chance of frost at night, bring them in or bring them into the garage.
So what are some things people should keep in mind? I know you mentioned that you can grow those vegetables inside your house in the beginning. What's the difference between growing that inside your house and also taking care of your indoor plants?
Well, if you're starting seeds or vegetable plants in the house, they need a lot of light. So, you know, people that start them early, a lot of them use grow lights. So you want to make sure that you're putting those seeds in your brightest, sunniest window, your little seedlings as they're coming. Otherwise we call it lanky. They get really tall and spindly and not as healthy looking.
Okay, well, thank you Ruth so much for joining us today on Up North at 4. Hopefully this information will be those, the beginning steps for a lot of new gardeners and plant lovers here in the Northwoods, especially for people like me who want to have a green thumb but ends up killing most of her plants. So I really appreciate you joining us today.
No problem. Gardening is such a great hobby. I love to get everybody interested in it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Our local shelters have lots of furry friends in need of loving homes. Watch Newswatch 12 today, every Friday morning, to see a new cuddly cat or dog ready for you to adopt. Homeward Bound on Newswatch 12 today is sponsored by Paws and Claws.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too.
When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Hi, my name is Betty. I had taken a fall in November and, unbeknownst to me, got a horrible whiplash. Dr. Scher was the first one to tell me, well, you know, Betty, you've got 2 bulging discs and a pinched nerve. So I signed up with Dr. Scher. It worked. It worked. I mean, I now have full range of motion. It was life-changing. I don't have any pain.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Tune in as Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller brings you the most up-to-the-minute weather data weeknights at 5, 6, and 10. WJFW utilizes industry-leading technology to provide you with an accurate Northwoods weather forecast.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm joined by Yi-Ling Zhang, who's the Executive Director of the Hmong American Center in Wausau. Yi, how are you doing today?
I am doing well. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for inviting me to be here.
So thank you so much for joining us today. So I know we spoke a little bit earlier on a story, but can you tell me a little bit about the Hmong population here in Wausau and why it's so significant?
Sure. So the Hmong community has been here for 45 years now. This year will mark the 45th anniversary of the first Hmong family to arrive here in central Wisconsin. The Hmong community has been part of this community for 45 years and has contributed in a variety of ways in making this community a more diverse and inclusive community here. So obviously the Hmong community has been known to be contributors to the progress of companies companies and big economic drivers such as the companies as Kobe and Kobe, Great Lakes Cheese, Line Tech, Marathon Cheese. So we've been very involved with this, along with the fact that many Hmong businesses has opened up in the central area here and have been a very large part of this community as well.
And what brought the Hmong population here specifically in Wausau?
Back when the United States participated in the Vietnam conflict in Southeast Asia, the Hmong community were recruited. The Hmong people were recruited to participate in efforts to disrupt the transportation of supplies from North Vietnam to South Vietnam on what is known as the Ho Chi Minh Trail. The Hmong people was very crucial in participating in that process or that effort due to the fact that the United States couldn't at that time, according to the agreements that were made, being able to go into Laos due to the neutrality of Laos at that time there. So they recruited, the United States directed the CIA to recruit an army made of local individuals or ethnic, and the Hmong community was a large group of that. They were led under General Ming Pao, and they made efforts to basically disrupt the Ho Chi Minh Trail. They were ordered to disrupt the Ho Chi Minh Trail, protect radio towers, and also rescue American pilots that were shot down during the Vietnam War.
And how has that idea of a home grown for the Hmong population here in the Wausau area?
Sure. So to many of the elders, America is just basically they feel like an outsider. They feel that this place here, that America here, is just a temporary home, especially given the fact that according to obviously the tragic history in the Hmong community, tragic Hmong history, where there's been several times where wherever they went, it would just be considered a temporary home. But to many of the younger Hmong folks, this is our permanent home. This is all we know. This is what we've experienced. This is where we grew up in. This is where we were born, and this is where we have lived through our entire life. So this is our home. And to many of us, we are intending and doing everything we can to make this community, to help better this community, obviously, to make sure that it's a more welcoming location.
Thank you again for joining me on today on Up North at 4.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, perfect. There we go.
Get your outdoor projects done at Menards with AC2 pressure-treated lumber. This high-quality lumber can be used to build all of your outdoor projects. Right now, all AC2 pressure-treated lumber is 11% off. Add a distinctive finishing touch to your home with Novik Stackstone polymer panel. They're wind-resistant up to 160 miles per hour. A 4.93 square foot piece is $16.99 after 11% rebate right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Tomahawk Sports Center is northern Wisconsin's one-stop shop for UTVs, ATVs, snowmobiles, boats and motors, watercraft, docks, and waterfront equipment. See our tremendous deals now on the Lumacraft boats, engineered for optimal lift, strength, and fuel economy, resulting in a softer, quieter, and drier ride. We are a family-run business with a long history of personal service before and after the sale. Tomahawk Sports Center services all of our products and others with our full-service service department. Head to Tomahawk Sports Center now for great deals on the Lumacraft boats.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes starting at only $38,900. All prices include delivery and setup anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams a reality.
Mommy Doomsday, the chart-topping podcast, is now a true crime television event. Secret tapes revealed, plus interviews you won't hear anywhere else.
It's just sick. Who does that? It could have been prevented.
Dateline tonight, 9/8 Central.
And your host.
Kaboom! Those are some bazooms. It's my birthday!
Maya Rudolph.
And if any of that terrifies you, well, I don't give a fun.
So much time at home. I need new furniture.
Dylan, it's Slumberland's Build Your Room sale. Look what you can get for just $20, $30, or $40 a month. How about a dining room for just $20 a month?
I'm more of a pizza in front of the TV kind of guy. Recliners. I've always wanted a couple of those.
How about two of these for just $30 a month when you spend $1,800 and pay no interest for 5 years?
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Welcome back to Up North at 4.
So, Georgina, before we were talking about vegetables, and the break kind of got me wondering, what is your favorite vegetable? What would you be most looking forward to growing?
You know, I honestly can't really say. I feel like if there's anything to really just get in the kitchen and start sauteing up together to make a meal, it's kind of hard to say. How about you?
I would love to be able to grow my own tomatoes. That's something my mom has always done kind of growing up, so I think that'd be kind of a nice thing there.
Okay, make sure to join us tonight for the 5 and 6. Have a good day.